This is Eldad Amara, back with another video. This is only going to be a very short video. I don't know how many of you know about the importance right now of being self-sufficient. I'm going to dedicate this video to my grandmother. My grandmother was born in 1911 in St. Mary's in Jamaica. Right? When she came to this country, when she came to England, that is, she taught me so many things. See, she was from a Jamaican middle class family, from St. Mary's, right? But, God bless her, man, she taught me so many things about how to be self-sufficient, how not to rely totally on the system. From the age of 7 years of age, she taught me things like learn how to cook, how to prepare food, how to marinate, my food or season my food. From the age of 7, she taught me how to iron. She taught me how to cultivate food, such as planting potatoes, planting tomatoes, carrots, building up a stem, made of bamboo sticks for runner beans to actually run onto. There are so many people out there right now that are so dependent upon the system, right? For shelter, for housing, for electricity, for food, and for energy. They are so dependent on the system. If the lights were to go out tomorrow and had to live in a period of darkness, how many people would know how to survive? If your supermarket's closed tomorrow, how many of you would know how to survive? Because we become so dependent on the system for so many things. We have taken so many things for granted. We have become so domesticated. We're like a dog, dependent on its master for food. And other cattle, cows, sheep. We are so dependent upon the system. And many years ago, people would laugh at people like my grandmother and say, oh, looking down on people like that, because they say, what, you're a farmer? You're a farmer? Even today, in today's society, if you are a cleaner, you empty dustbins, so you're a dustbin man, those kind of jobs are looked down upon, because everybody now seems to want to be footballers, they want to be lawyers, they want to be actors, they want to be doctors, and that's the things that they're aspiring to. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with aspiring towards that. But then there are people who look down on people, because they say, I don't want to do a menial job like what they're doing. There's no way that I'll do a menial job. There's no way that I would clean a toilet, be a gardener, be some caretaker of some school, be some farmer. See, we're all parts of a cog in the system. If you don't know how to support yourself and provide for yourself, you better start thinking about it, and start preparing from now, because you don't know how long this system is going to last before, and it will crash. You don't know how long this system is going to last before it crashes. Do you know how to hunt? Could you kill a chicken? Could you kill a goat? Right? Could you kill fish? Do you actually know how to hunt chicken? Do you know how to prepare to skin a chicken? Do you know how to skin a chicken? And to cut it up and to take its innards out. Do you know how to gut a fish? Do you know how to descale a fish? These are all the things that you're going to have to start trying to prepare yourself for, right? And try and become more self-sufficient. Do you know how to plant potatoes? Do you know how to plant carrots? Do you know how to grow cabbage? Do you know how to grow runner beans? Another thing my gran taught me, right, was the importance of certain herbs. The importance of fasting. Yes, the importance of fasting, right? And cleansing yourself. So every 3 months in our household, we had to cleanse ourselves. Yeah? Detox ourselves. And we used to take cerasee, yeah, and soursop to cleanse our system. In Jamaica they call it a washout. To have a good washout. Yeah, and that was every 3 months. So that was another thing my gran taught me, how to fast and the importance of fasting. You see, we used to fast up to 3 days. That's 72 hours. Do you know that if you fast up to 72 hours, you got these things, parasites in your gut, right? And they rely on food that you're eating. But after 72 hours, right, these things, right, these certain bacteria and these certain things in your gut will start to die. That's after 72 hours, right? Plus you're taking certain things to wash yourself out in order to cleanse yourself, right? To purify yourself. We call it a good washout. That's a Jamaican term. So how many of you fast? And if you do fast, how regularly do you fast? And do you actually detox your system as well? Because that is very important. You see, we eat a lot of crap nowadays. Well, I personally don't, but there's a lot of people who eat a lot of crap. A lot of fast food. Yeah? A lot of takeaways. A lot of ready-made meals. And some of these ready-made meals contain certain preservatives and additives that is no good for us. They contain things like emulsifier, which is what you will find in paints. Yeah? You find it in paints, and what it does is to bond oil and water together. Now, why do you put emulsifier in food? You got things like red dye 40. Yeah? You got all your E's in the food and a whole heap of other things. A whole heap of other things. So you need to try and detox your system of these preservatives and these additives, these salts and these sugars that's in the food. Yeah? You need to purge yourself and cleanse yourself. You see, a lot of us have got our eyes wide shut. What do I mean by having your eyes wide shut? You're walking through a system with your eyes partially open and partially shut, yeah, and not really paying attention to what's going on around you. And I'm telling you now, we need to start trying to be more self-sufficient, because we never know how long this system is going to last. If the economy was to crash overnight, as I say again, would you know how to survive? Do you know enough about nature? Right? Do you know enough about the various different plants that surround you? Do you know enough about the different herbs that surround you? Every environment grows certain different types of foods. Do you know how to live according to the environment which you're in? Because each different environment will have different plants, yeah, different trees, different vegetables, yeah, and so forth. Different animals. Do you know how to survive in the wilderness? Could you survive for 3 days, yeah, without energy? What alternative energy source could you use in order to survive? Now say you have a home that's been run by electricity. Now say, for example, the electric goes out and you can't cook by an electric fire. How else are you going to cook? You see, during this time, right, during this time where we've had the, I'm not going to say what it is, but you know, the pandemic, the crisis, this is a time where you should be taking advantage of the situation that you're in. Learn a new skill. Learn how to cook. Learn how to clean. Get a survival book. Get a book on herbs and various different plants that's around you, so that if the time comes and you have to live off the land, you know what plants to look for. You know what plants to look for. You know what herbs to look for. Which herbs to grow. Because all of this stuff is going to be very important for your survival and for your nutritional intake. Do you know which plants, right, contain vitamin C? Do you know which plants contain vitamin B? Do you know where to get your iron from? Do you know where to get your magnesium from, your calcium? Yeah, all these things are important, yeah, for your body. Do you know where to get these things from, brothers and sisters? Yeah, don't walk around with your eyes wide shut. Some of us, I gotta say, man, some of us are stuck on stupid. We'll make every excuse that we can, right? We haven't got enough money, or we haven't got enough time for this, or we haven't got enough time for that, yeah? Make every excuse there is, except for, you know, you need to know how to survive. You're so reliant on this system, right? This extermination plantation, because that's what it is. It's an extermination plantation. You are dependent on this system for your lights, your TV, your television, right? You got smart meters, you got smart TV, you've got smart computers and all the rest of it, yeah? And these things can be shut down overnight. How are you going to survive without this technology, yeah? How are you going to survive? Stop walking around with your eyes wide shut. Stop depending on other people, yeah, to feed you and to clothe you and to house you, right? Start doing for self. Start becoming more self-reliant, and don't rely on your partners either, right, to feed and to cook for you, right? These are skills, basic survival skills, which you should be using yourself. Don't be reliant on nobody, right? Be reliant upon yourself. Right, people, stop being so reliant on other people to change things for you. You see, Gandhi had a famous quote, and he said, "You have got to be the change that you want to see in society." And that's so true. You have got to be the change that you want to see in society or in the world. Stop relying on other people to change things for you. If you change in yourself, then it will hopefully have a cascading effect. Alright? So you have got to be the change. You. And also, another famous quote is, "One candle will light 1,000 others." From one candle, you can light 1,000 others. So, like my video, if you share my video to one other person, then hopefully it'll have a cascading effect. Just like one candle can light 1,000 other candles, one video can do the same thing. One video can do the same thing. Alright? Be passed on to other people to be able to help them. So please like, comment, subscribe and share my video. Thank you. Eldad, Amara.